Alright, good evening everyone and welcome back to the 5-digit United States Cup. I am your host for tonight and caster, Bless, once again. Good to see everyone once again. And this is the, I believe, second to last match for the round of 16 here at the 5USC. We did have the pool showcase for the quarterfinals already last night, but there are still a couple matches that are yet to wrap up for this round. So we will be going ahead and covering those. The first of those tonight, and that is what you are about to see, NorCal B versus New York C. And then the last round for the round of 16 will be a Major League match. That's going to be Mississippi A versus Nebraska A happening tomorrow. UTC time is still the same day, though, Wednesday, 21 UTC. So that'll happen around tomorrow afternoon for you Americans. And it looks like we are getting right into the warm-ups here. I believe this is the New York warm-up, as from what I remember, the B team, as you might know, a lot of these guys are mappers themselves. King Baxter, Ajmoska or AJ, also a very prolific mapper. Yoni as well does a little mapping as well. So I believe they're trying to do a custom map. And actually, no, that was the custom map mapped by King Baxter right there. So that was the NorCal warm-up. Unfortunately, we missed it. But we are just going to be doing the New York warm-up next, I believe. So, getting right into the teams here. New York C looking pretty comfortable coming through the round of 32 against Georgia C team. There we did see a couple close maps, a couple really blowout maps as well. Overall, it was a pretty comfortable series for them, winning at 5-1. Surprisingly, they did lose on the DT1 last week, so we'll see if they're looking similarly weak this week on that pick. I know NorCal B team does have a couple of quite good aimers there, including Thrylos, who's on your screen right now at the moment. It looks like the names are flickering a little bit, but there they are. As well as, I believe it was BU who was one of the other big aimers on the team. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with this warm-up song here. It's certainly a strange one. I'll say that much. Of course, over on the other side of the match, we have NorCal B team. Very strong team overall, 3rd seed in the league, and we are going to be looking for them to continue the dominance that they started in the first round, sweeping comfortably 5-0 against Puerto Rico last week. And it looks like I've been joined by a co-caster. Hello, Cursing. How are you doing tonight?
Excited to watch this match.
Yeah, it's certainly a weird one, a weird warm-up we have here. But yeah.
Yeah, straight to the point.
Yeah. Very short too, it looks like. I'm not exactly sure what the hell that was.
Not dang it.
Yeah. Anyway, with the warm-ups... Wait, that's not warm-up. I'm a little bit confused.
I think that's warm-up. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe
Okay, so that was the warm-up. Yeah. Yep. Okay, and we should be getting into the roles and picks and bans right away here. For the ban expectations, last week the New York team did ban out the Easy and the Hard Rock 2, and I would not be surprised at all to see them ban out that Easy once again. As for NorCal B, I can't leak anything because both Cursing and I have access to have certain permissions and access to certain channels, so we can't leak too much, but I did get permission to say that we might be seeing a No Mod 5 pick at some point out of NorCal. And they are looking to play at least one of the free mods, potentially with an easy pick, depending on how one of the players is feeling it. So I don't think we'll see either of those banned from them at the very least.
Yeah, I think Easy's 100% getting banned here. NorCal Beef did 3-way FC it, getting the highest score in both major and minor league, which is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely insane. I mean, NorCal beating State, like, it's just NorCal doing NorCal things on that easy. Notably, New York C's highest scoring map last week was that Hidden 2, but you're also going up against NorCal, which, once again, Hidden State, they like, 3-way FC'd that last week as well. So
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
You got AJ, Baxter, Yoni, and Kodo can fill it, I imagine, as well. It's just a very scary hidden roster, and they have a very good aim roster as well with 5U Thrylos and Kodonashi. And we're going to see a Nomad 2 and DT2 getting the tapping out of here from North California.
A little bit of strange bans for me personally, considering how... Actually, no, this is NorCal. Sorry, that's NorCal bans. I was thinking that was New York bans for some reason.
Oh, no.
But yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. New York C looking very comfortable in the Nomad 2 last week. It was a little bit close of a match, but overall the team scores were high. They were looking pretty good on it in general. So NorCal just banning out what seems strong for New York, forcing them onto picks that they're less comfortable with, that they'll just struggle to chain together combo a little bit more on. And it is going to be that Hidden 2 ban coming out, so quite expected, just banning out all the reading from the pool.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to play reading against this NorCal B roster.
Yeah.
They probably just 3-way it easily. And if you don't have a solid roster, you're not going to compete.
Yeah, don't pick reading into the reading state. So it is going to be the first pick for New York, so we'll see what they go for here. Considering how they did ban out the reading, I would imagine it's some sort of aim-heavy pick. Or perhaps it could be tapping, as we do see the Nomad 2 and DT2 bans coming out. So that they might take that as a sign of weakness on the tapping. Notably, tapping maps left in the pool are going to be the DT3, which is something like 258 BPM bursts, and the DT4, which is just straight up finger control. Lots of doubles, lots of quads, and reading with the sliders.
3-mod-1 pick. There's
True.
A lot of bursts, but not very speed intensive, but you could still see it.
It's 240. There's like 2 bursts that are 9 notes long, and then I think everything else is either 3 or 5. So...
DT4 pick.
Okay, and we did see quite high scores overall on this map, so I do feel like this is a little bit easier of a map in this pool. We've seen, I believe we saw a 5-way on this in Major League, is that right? From what I remember?
I think there was something like that. A lot of people have been sending crazy scores. You just got to be consistent on this map. I think most people are able to play it. It's just whoever breaks, it's kind of just doom or bust.
Yep, you really want to be locked in and focused the entire time, making sure you're not tripping up, not misreading any of the sliders, not miscounting any of the circles that come after those sliders or before the sliders as well. Counting can be hard, especially for OSU players.
Yeah, I struggle
Counting
with that.
Hard. Anyway, we are going to see the rosters coming right into the lobby here. Twists, once again, for New York, almost perma-lobbing last week. I expect them to be in for a lot of the maps again this week. And they are rounding out that DT roster with ZNZ and Ari, the 2 other players who were in for that singular loss on the DT1 pick last week for them. On the side of NorCal, we are going to have AJ Kotonashi and King Baxter. King Baxter tapping... I would say he's pretty good at tapping. He also maps a lot of tapping maps as well. Yeah. He also maps a lot of Nomad 2s. And then Kotonashi and AJ, just incredibly strong players. Although notably, I will say I did hear from a bird whispering into my ear that AJ recently just got off a red-eye flight and is feeling quite tired. So given how you need a lot of focus in order to not break on this map, there'll definitely be a point of interest in this matchup.
We will see. I think AJ's good enough where it won't affect him that much.
Well, sorry for my late introduction.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Caffeine, and I will also be joining this casting booth. But looking at this roster, looking at this first New York pick, I like this pick because of how versatile their DT roster can be in RE, Twist, and CNC. I think, well, like you mentioned, Twist will be in for a lot of these maps, but so will CNC. Such a strong core 2 they have here. And
a couple early breaks.
Yeah.
Out of Ari and Baxter.
This is the first KI section now, so we'll see how many people are going to break here. The spacing is a little bit higher than the non-KIs, but I would actually say overall the difficulty is pretty evenly spread in this map.
Yeah, going out of the first quarter of the map, it's just the drop from Ari and King Baxter. Everyone else looking to seem pretty strong as King Baxter finds another break.
Yeah, but the score lead, if you look at the act difference, Ari is the only player down there at 93, now just cusping 94% accuracy. Meanwhile, everyone else up there in the 98s, 97s, almost hitting 99 on some people. And that act difference is really going to slow down the score from flipping over to New York.
Especially with Ari finding that break, the score flipped over to New York for a bit, but NorCal able to flip it back over to their side with Baxter getting a recovery combo. Everyone else holding on to an FC as we're halfway through the map. Going to the last quarter.
And it is still very tight here, so any break here could determine the map, and that's going to be ZNZ dropping the full combo. So now it's just 2 FCs to 1 in the favor of NorCal, and that score difference is going to balloon as King Baxter finds another drop, but it's just going to be slowed down. It's traded out by Ari and ZNZ once again as we head into the last section of the map.
Just going to find a break though. It's 1 FCs to 1, but there's just 100, 200k score gap. And if New York want any chance to come back, Kodo has to break now, but he is not looking like he's going to break.
Yep, yeah, looking very comfortable into the ending of this map. And 150 score difference at this point. Oh, Kodashi breaks though! But I just don't think there's enough time left. There's still 100,000 score gap to cover. It could be close.
No, and as the map ends, it's just Twist with the FC, but it just wasn't enough. There wasn't enough time.
Yep, NorCal holding on to those 2 very big combos on the side of AJ and Kotonashi for just long enough, and that accuracy on the side of Ari is really going to be biting New York in the butt.
Yeah, quite unfortunate. Maybe not 100% confident, but still a good score overall. 400k is not bad. Great FC out of Twist, but just overall good team scores on the side of NorCal, able to get a break point, and now it's going into their pick.
So tell me, what do you guys expect NorCal to pick here?
Hidden 1.
It has to be hidden. It has to be hidden 1 or hidden 3.
I would think that. Yeah, there it is. Hidden 1.
Yeah, hidden 1, very much so. I would even say it's the hardest map in the pool here.
Yeah,
I'd agree.
It is a custom map, and I do just want to say, before we actually get into the serious analysis of this map, the lyrics in this song are just absolutely ridiculous. In case you don't know, or you haven't looked up the lyrics in English, basically the setting is, or if you couldn't tell from the sound, it's like, if you couldn't tell from like the sounds and the title and whatnot, it's basically 2 girls talking to each other, and one girl is complaining about her boyfriend who broke up with her, and she's basically just bitching and whining the whole time to this other girl who is a broker or like a trader of sorts for like heart twisting and super cute ooh moments basically, and the whole the idea is that this person is also sent by God. So this first girl is just complaining to God and just bitching and whining to God for a good bit of the song as well. And then there's also multiple times at the end of each chorus, there's a reference to a saying in Japanese when they pinky promise. There's a saying where it's basically in English, or to translate it, it's basically you pinky promise, and if you break the promise, then you have to swallow 1,000 needles. So she's basically saying bon appetit, 1,000 needles at the end of each chorus, because I guess she broke some sort of pinky promise. So very just absolutely ridiculous, whack, wild lyrics, super goofy song. I love it personally. It's great. It's peak. But anyway, sorry for the yap. We are getting right into the song, and go ahead, hit us with the player intros and any analysis if you want.
We have AJ, Kim Baxter, and Yoni on the side of NorCal. Kind of shocked not to see Kodo, but maybe just didn't want to play. On the side of New York, Twist and Sipmo Gear and Hoyen. And a couple of early breaks.
I was gonna say, Maniac, tell us a bit more about this map.
What do I know about this map? There's a lot of aim. The flow aim is kind of awkward. You can find quite a bit of breaks on it. The aim is mostly, there's a lot of linear aim, and if you're not comfortable, it could catch you off guard. But I imagine a lot of people are gonna break on the flow aim because it's quite awkward to aim.
Yeah, and as we're about to enter the first KI, it is AJ to drop. It's just Yoni versus Twist on the full combo, but Simple Gear and Baxter trade first into the KI. It's Hoyen on the support, bringing the lead back a bit, but the ACK on this full combo is not making me have confidence as he actually finds a break.
And it looks like Yoni was the only one to make it through that linear aim section in the first course, still holding on to that full combo as we hear the singer swallowing those 1,000 needles. And still holding on to the full combo as we head into this next second verse, and no, he's going to break!
It's just Hoyen,
Simple Gear's going to trade out the break as well. The highest combo is Twist, and it's just a slight score lead on the side of NorCal.
Yeah, everyone trading in through the first bridge, but AJ and Twist do trade.
And like, what else can we say but this map is just so difficult to hold combo on. And it's just proof, like you're just seeing proof of that here, where one of the best hidden teams in the league, perhaps if not including both major and minor league, I might even say, they're struggling to hold combo on this. As you can see, Yoni and Baxter and AJ all finding breaks fairly almost constantly, and the entire lobby is just struggling to hold combo, as the score lead cannot go decisive either way.
Yeah, as Maniac mentioned, it is Hoyen on the recovery combo, 400 combo, and climbing, bringing back the lead, but he drops going into the hard solo, and it's just Baxter with this 100 combo. Just this map, like you guys mentioned, incredibly brutal.
Just no combos all around the board. I think just mostly accuracy. Maybe that's giving the lead to NorCal slightly. Everyone's struggling on this map.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be mostly the accuracy, and then probably Yoni's really big combo from earlier on. As you can see, the only player to cuss 400k at the end of the song. Yep,
Yoni's score able to secure NorCal a point on their map, but it was quite close. Not very... I was expecting better scores from NorCal, honestly, but they were able to hold it together and get the point. Very solid scores from New York as well. He only hold on to that very high combo. Twist also had a good combo as well, 440. But just can't string together enough score to take that point.
Yep, and notably, these were the three to play the hidden 2 for New York last week. So if we do see another hidden pick come out of NorCal, which I believe we should see in their next pick after New York goes through their pick first, of course, then I believe we'll be seeing the same 3 players, and once again, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, and going into the next pick, I feel like New York C will be wanting to go into the bit of mechanics gamble, possibly because
Probably
of
DT3.
yes, I was thinking exactly that. DT3, although DT3 saw Shout's finger control, I feel like this map in this pool is very aim and just burst oriented.
Yeah.
A really good pick for
No mod 1.
No modifications
One
to
is going to be the pick. And I will preface this: this no mod 1 is rather reading heavy. It's not a reading map per se, but there is a lot more reading than what you would normally expect on a no mod 1. There is awkward aim, there are overlaps, there are overlapping slider heads as well. There's perfect stacks and overlapping slider heads. And some of those slider heads, especially with the rhythms, they can be difficult to they can also be difficult to read. So there is a lot of venom in this no mod 1 as well, actually.
It is no mod 1. Anything can happen. Just like one break can ruin your entire score. But if you have that consistency, that aim, you can take this map and just run away with it.
Yeah, and joining the lobbies seems to be Twist, CNC, and between Ari and Simple here, I'd assume Ari for New York C. Well, I don't know if they're to stay in, but it'd be BU, Kotonashi, and who do you guys think?
Carlos or AJ?
Yeah, I'm very surprised not to see Thrylos in here yet, but they should be popping up in just a second.
He might hate this map. But I imagine he's gonna play
there
though.
Oh, there he is. There's Thrylos. Yep, he's in.
He's saying I shouldn't look at his score.
Anyway, Twist once again continuing the perma lobby as we would expect, and it does look like it will be Ari closing out that New York roster. So Twist, ZNZ, and Ari, once again the same roster that they chose for DT1 last week. So perhaps this is just who they like to roll with for these aim mechanic picks. A little bit surprised not to see them go for more tapping after the DT4 pick, but perhaps feeling a little bit more confident on this no mod 1.
Yeah, and as we wait for as the map first begins, I feel this will be very, very just the first drop is the one that will be the most important, because although it is as you said, it has a lot of reading components. I feel like it's very comboable. It's very comboable.
Yeah, definitely a test of consistency. Are you gonna find an early break, but that won't affect the score massively.
Yeah, notably, at least for now, a little bit of inaccuracy coming out from NorCal. Thrylos and Kotonashi struggling a little bit with the act at the opening, but it looks like they've recovered nicely here. But it is going to be those 299s on the side of Twist and Z, as we are already getting quite quickly through this map, approaching that first course section rapidly.
Yeah, going into the first course, it's BU to drop, and everyone else seeming to hold through those first jump patterns, giving the score lead back to New York City. Actually, also in their favor, so this score lead will be dropping just slightly faster than you expect, but as Twist breaks right as the first KI comes to an end, so does Ari. It's just ZNZ giving...
It's not over yet. Awkward aim pattern coming soon. And everyone hits it. That is a hold your breath moment for everyone in the lobby there. That pattern is quite difficult to hit consistently. Very easy to mind block on as well. And we're going to see it again. Once again, ZNZ going to find the break, and that is all full combos down for New York. Thrylos and Kotonashi, the only two full combos remaining in the lobby, and this score lead is going to skyrocket. It is going to absolutely balloon now, especially that we are past the halfway point of the map in the favor of NorCal B.
BU has a strong recovery combo as well. Kotonashi holding on to the 99.3 accuracy. Highest combo on the side of New York is Ari, but you're going to need pretty much everyone on NorCal to break if they want any chance to come back from this.
And yeah, they see that at the break. They just see Kotonashi and Drylos' score. Not what I expected in the first break won't matter, but everyone just not being able to hold on through that first part of the map for New York.
I know he's going to break. I think that might just be it. This Nomad 1 is short. It is not even 3 minutes, so much shorter than what you would expect from a normal aim consistency pick. And yeah, this song is already over. This is 700,000. At this point, we're just watching to see if Kotonashi can finish the FCS. Thrylos is going to drop his at the end.
Oh.
This guy is trolling the ending.
Yeah, and Kotonashi will finish out the FC with 99.27 accuracy. So a little bit of discomfort at the start, dropping accuracy, finding a few 100s there, but rest of the map is just smooth sailing for them, and that is 1.3 million. No, I think that's just the UI being weird after one of the players left for New York, but what a score lead that was at the end.
Yeah, and another... sorry for cutting you off, but another good breakpoint for NorthCal here, as it's their pick again. You're going into a 3-0 lead.
And it is a snap pick right away, the hidden 3.
The next hidden pick.
Yep, they're just going through that hidden pool.
I mean, that hidden one was pretty close. There is a chance for New York if they can set some scores here, but this hidden roster on NorCal is very strong, but I think New York has a chance here as well, after looking after that hidden one.
I actually like their chances less on this pick than the hidden one, because this map is just that much easier than hidden one. This particular, the round of 16 hidden one was ridiculously difficult for this stage of the tourney in terms of trying to hold combo together. And this map, while it's not easy per se, I would still say it's a significant step down from the overall difficulty that we saw in the Hidden 1, and it's going to be a lot more comboable for these NorCal players. Now, that does also mean it's more comboable for New York, but at that point, I really just do favor NorCal a lot more than on the Hidden 1, simply due to that comfort on the Hidden.
Yeah, and going into the map, it's actually going to be Phonic joining us for his first play in this match with Hoyen and ZNZ. Phonic stepping in for Simple Gear, so not really the same core 3 you expected for the Hidden 1 roster to be here. But
also no Twist, notably.
Yeah, Twist sitting out for the first time, I think.
Yeah,
ZNZ coming in for their place.
So these players just seeming to be more comfortable on this style mapping, possibly.
It is a little bit different style. It is that alt mapping. And then over on the side of NorCal, we are just going to be seeing the same 3 players, AJ, Yoni, and King Baxter once again. It looks like Kotonashi was perhaps just not comfortable on the hiddens this week, so King Baxter coming in for him.
Yeah, and going into the map, we're going to immediately be thrown into some of these ulti throw patterns, as CNC and Phonic find a break for New York, but so does AJ and so does Baxter, but this early into the map, I don't think it's going to matter too much.
Yep, Yoni, the hidden player for the NorCal side, looking quite comfortable so far. We'll see if they can put up another big combo just like on Hidden 1. Hoyen looking to try and match Yoni once again, as they also put up quite a respectable score on Hidden 1 as well. We are about to get into that. No, not quite yet. That's the thing about this map. This song, it tricks you. It makes you think it's going into the chorus, and then it goes into this. Whatever this note, overlapping note spam is. This
Yoni gonna find a break though. But I'm looking around at accuracies. NorCal's accuracy is a lot better than New York's. Yoni's on the high combo, but only has 91% accuracy. AJ has the good recovery combo, so the lead's going to stay on the side of NorCal as we go into the key eye. Volnik's going to find a break, and everyone else, and Hoyen actually going to break. Everyone else holds on, and NorCal B is going to be able to extend their lead.
Yeah, it's only ZNZ on that recovery combo right now, but AJ basically on the reverse choke at this point. 600 combo and climbing, and that is going to be quickly approaching a 200,000 score lead for NorCal, especially as Hoyin breaks once again.
Yeah, New York C just not having a comfortable 3 for this map, and NorCal B looking so strong.
Yeah, 97% ag above everyone on NorCal B, and the highest ag on New York, 96, and no one's holding combo on New York. Only Yoni's actually the only one in the lobby holding a combo.
Yeah, Baxter finding a few chain misses, misreads perhaps over there, a little bit of trolling coming out from them, dropping the accuracy as well below 95, but this is a solid lead for NorCal going into this last Ki section. Yoni, the only big combo, the only real combo remaining in the lobby, and I think this should just be closed out pretty smoothly at this point.
Yeah, this lead looking to be insurmountable as New York, although Hoyin and ZNZ do find a bit of footing, it was just too late. It's just not enough.
Not enough
just
map
not
left.
overall. Just
Not a lot of
team,
time.
yeah, the team can.
Try not to cut her off.
The team consistency overall just lacking a little bit on New York as we see Fallenix struggling to break 200,000 score here. Hoyin and ZNZ looking a little bit more comfortable on the map, but just not having a third who's really comfortable with the map here is really going to cost them. As both Yoni and AJ will end the map with over 500,000 score, very respectable scores for this map, as it is still quite a difficult map for this pool.
Yeah, but after losing the Nomad one, I feel New York, like you mentioned, first and foremost, they might want to be picking into a bit of that possibly DT tapping in the DT3.
Yep, so DT2 was banned out, so they won't be able to access that, but the DT3 is still on the table, so 250 plus BPM bursts, I believe. Although the thing with that map is that it is on the easier side of maps in this lobby, and yes, there is an argument to be made that easy maps are better for the lower seeded team, but at a certain point, it just gets to the point where the higher seeded team is so good that they just don't break, and they just won't miss. You're going to see a three-way from them. And this DT3, I don't know if NorCal's players will be comfortable enough on this type of map, but simply based on their seeding, they very well could be. And it very well could just be a guaranteed three-way for them.
It could happen, but New York needs to find a map that they can just win a point on. They're down 4-0, and if they can get that first point, build up some confidence, they can try to bring it back. But they need to establish it with their pick here, because then if they lose it, it's going to be NorCal's pick and match point.
And that is not a position you want to be in as New York here.
Fremont 1, it is kind of mechanics, but Fremont 1 kind of ulti with quick burst.
Yeah, a bit of the 240 tapping here. New York seem to kind of go to a similar idea, but I'd say this map, I wouldn't necessarily call it alt, but more aim focus, if anything, linear aim focus.
For sure, normally when you hear the song, you would think it's some sort of 240 speed burst tapping pick, but the way this particular one is mapped is it has a lot of 90-degree angle aim, a lot of square patterns, and it is very easy, especially on the hidden picks, to misread those and whiff on them. And then even on the hard rock picks as well, with the smaller circles, it can be difficult to aim this correctly.
Yeah, and
But I imagine we're going to see BU on the hard rock, AJ, Nomad, and Baxter on the hidden. Do you know what New York will be choosing for their mods?
well, what I'm looking at here, I apologize, but it's possibly going to be ZNZ on the hard rock. I'm presuming Hoyin on the hidden and Ari on the Nomad.
So Hoyin, when they played Fremont 2 last week, Hoyin did play Nomad, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them on that once again with Ari picking up the hidden. ZNZ did play the hard rock, however, so we should be seeing that mod for them.
We do get a timeout though. I think Ari has to go piss, girl. But so we're gonna be waiting here
Needs
for
to
a
go
couple
pick some
minutes.
flowers, as they say.
They say that?
In Japanese, yeah, it's like a old, it's kind of like an older saying, I suppose, or euphemism for when a girl needs to go to the bathroom. They say they're gonna go pick some flowers.
I've never heard of such a phrase, but well, she's definitely picking flowers.
Yep.
And we just-
I do want to point out that I do want to remind everyone that earlier I did get a whisper from the birds telling me that we could be seeing an easy mod on one of these free mods. I would be a little bit surprised to see if it would to see it on the free mod 1, as that multiplier is just 2x, and there's not a huge amount of benefit for picking that easy mod over the hidden. I suppose it's a little bit easier to act these bursts if you take the easy mod, you know, a little bit easier to get the 300s. But if I were to see an easy mod on either of these maps, I would expect it to be on the free mod 2 with that 2.4x multiplier.
the good looks do come out, so I'm expecting us to go into map. Alright, if I'm wrong about the New York roster, no, I'm right. Wait, no, I'm wrong. Okay.
Yeah,
It's going to
Hoya
be the
on
hidden
hard
hard
rock.
rock.
Ooh.
Maybe they're more comfortable with reading with the hidden on the hard rock. Some people are like that. Not me though.
Yeah, I think it's similar to those players who prefer DT hidden over DT, something like that.
That or possibly just taking the hard rock mod for to allow ZNC to get a really good consistent nomad score here.
Yeah, securing that FC is important. You usually want to have your most consistent player or best player on that no mod to secure that FC and get as much score as possible. But everyone holding strong so far in the map. No early breaks.
Yeah, but it is just the early act difference of Hoyen sitting at the 92% compared to BU, the opposing hard rock player sitting at around 96, giving NorthCal a little bit of a score lead, but nothing much to write about.
I did want to say ZNZ was holding on to that SS for a little while there, although they did finally drop a 100 a little bit before we headed into this first KI section. AJ, the other player, above 99% at the moment, as they are just going to fall right below it as we hit the end of this first KI section.
Yeah, but
find a break there. Hoyen's gonna find a break, and that score lead's gonna go to NorCal, and everyone just feeling super comfortable on this map. No one really finding any breaks except Hoyen. Good accuracy off of everyone.
Yeah, I will say, other than these square patterns, it is quite difficult to mess up the aim on this map. So if you're comfortable with the tapping, I would very much so expect high scores. As Baxter's actually going to misread something. It looks like they just misread a slider head or something, aimed off it too fast perhaps.
Oh.
As they're going to find a break. ZNZ going to be trading it back though, and that is the Nomad FC down on the side of New York. Ari the only FC remaining on that hidden, as they are up against AJ as well, as Bu also finds a break on the hard rock. So it's just AJ versus Ari at the moment, the Nomad versus the hidden going to give a slight score advantage, a slight long-term advantage for New York, but it's still a score advantage in the favor of NorCal, 100k, as we approach the last third of the map.
And yeah, coming out of that break, Ari sees what she needs to do. It drops on one of the 5-0 first right after the break, and it's just AJ now with the full combo, taking the lead for NorthCal and just leading them away.
Yeah, they can't get too comfortable yet, though. It is still less than 200k, as Baxter's going to find another break. And these recovery combos on the side of New York are quite nice. 300 climbing to 400 now. And Ari also going to start building up recovery of her own.
Yeah, but as long as AJ's hold, there's just no chance for the side of New York. AJ holding on to the 98% FC. On that no mod, you want your best player on it, and he is showing no sign of breaking.
And yeah, as we reach the final ace of the map, the lead is starting to look just more and more insurmountable. As closing out the map, it's just AJ with this nice 98 AC FC just like leading his team to victory.
Yep, and that is another break point for NorCal. This is the probably worst case scenario for New York, is you are down 5-0 and it is NorCal's next pick.
Yeah, but looking at these scores, it's just an unfortunate break or two coming out of Ari and ZNC. Like I mentioned, Hoyen tanking that Hard Rock, but it just wasn't enough. They just found one unfortunate break or two on each of their players. That's just what made the difference.
Yeah, neither Ari nor ZNZ managing to finish out the FC.
Ari broke right after the break. I wonder if they were just caught off guard by the burst.
It's definitely easier to break right after breaks because, especially in multi, you can sometimes get caught off guard with when the break is ending, as you're sort of looking around, seeing where the crown is, looking at everyone's scores and stuff, and your eyes sort of just get drawn away from your cursor in the center of your screen, and it's very easy to lose focus and not lock back in time.
Yeah, it definitely happens. But
yeah, and
we might see Fremont 2 pick here. You've been teasing
we
that.
can also see the Nomad 5, because NorCal is up 5-0, and the mapper of that map is in the goods with Yoni, so could be pulling some levers over there.
well, either way here, I think we're starting to look at a just a sort of scary situation for New York, and here comes out the free mod 2.
Alright, I want to see the easy mod. Show me the easy mod. Put Yoni in there. Let him have it. Let him on it. Let him rip. Show me the Yoni easy on this.
Yeah, and that Yoni.
There he is, Yoni.
There he is.
I'm curious who's gonna take the Hard Rock on NorCal. Maybe BU or Thrylos.
Definitely going to be Thrylos here as he's stepping in once again. Over on the side of New York, we do have ZNZ and Symphogear sitting in at the moment. Last week on the anti-mod, they did have both Symphogear and ZNZ in. Symphogear on the hidden and ZNZ on the hard rock. So I would expect them to do the same roster with Hoyen filling as the third no-mod. But we definitely saw something a little bit different from the free mod. We did see a bit of a different roster on the free mod 1, so we could see something different on the free mod 2 as well. That being said, the free mod 1 was very different from this free mod 2. Lots of tapping, very tapping intensive map. And if you just don't have the finger speed for it, then you can't play it. So that could be the main, that's probably the reason why they had a different roster for the free mod 1.
Yeah, Symphogear is seeming to be the hidden one of the hidden core players for New York State here.
Still waiting on a third from New York.
I'm expecting it to either be Hoyen, as you mentioned, or possibly Bonic. Oh, no.
I mean, I would say it's either Hoyen or Twist, but yeah, looking like Hoyen here. As Twist playing significantly fewer maps than they did last week. Really leaning on Hoyen for the big performances this week in this pool.
Yeah, and I think the New York CMOD will be just like you mentioned. Symphogear on the hidden, CNZ possibly on the hard rock, and Hoyen on the nomad.
Please show me that easy pick, though, Yoni. You're up 5-0. I know you can do it, man. Show it to us, please.
I'm pretty sure he's
put on your Hexagon. Please put on your best Hexagon cosplay.
Oh,
Ref telling everyone to ready up, and looks like we are getting into the map. Moment of truth. It is easy. Yes, Yoni. Thank you.
Overmon on the side of NorCal. They're actually going to go hidden as well.
Yeah, that's actually a little interesting. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah,
and it is Hoyen once again on the hidden hard rock.
Possibly again, a similar situation to the Fremont 1, wanting to tank the hard rock for their slightly more consistent player of CNC.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit of a strategy change coming in from week 1 to week 2. Once again, all eyes on the bottom left corner. Yoni on the easy mod for this pick. it is a 2.4x multiplier, because if you remember at the time of the map pool showcase last week, that's actually more than a week ago at this point. They just said the easy mod on this map is just so ridiculously hard they didn't expect anyone to actually take it, and because of that they also put in an incredibly high multiplier of 2.4x. That will be reflected in the overlay, in the UI overlay here, so no worry of having to calculate anything in your head as you're watching.
Yeah, and it's actually Toyin to drop, but Simple Gear had dropped his combo earlier. Going into the first KI, it's Yoni to trade, so dropping for that easy in the North Cal roster.
Yep, ZNZ, the sole remaining full combo on the side of New York. Baxter also going to break, so it's just Thrylos against ZNZ at the moment. Yoni's starting to build recovery, but Hoyan and Simple Gear both breaking, and it looks like Thrylos breaking as well, so ZNZ, the only full combo remaining in the lobby, and that score should start going back in the favor of New York soon.
New York want to secure this breakboard. ZNZ needs a hold, but he's gonna break on the stack into the revert buzz slider.
And now the lead is the combo lead is just back to in North Cal's favor with Yoni on this easy.
And one thing I do want to mention for basically all the players who are not named Yoni in this lobby, because Yoni has the easy mod with those bigger circles, some of these 1/4 snaps at the end of these 5-note bursts are incredibly nasty. And once we get into the bridge section of this song, there is an approximately 16-note square-shaped stream. It's like curved edges of a square, but it's basically a square shape. And at the end of that stream, there is another one of those 1/4 snaps, and that is incredibly brutal. We even saw we saw some of the best Major League players, including Vlef, breaking on that pattern. So it's going to be a real point of contention to see who can hold through that whole section.
Yeah, and as everyone picks up their combo, it's definitely going to be the difference maker here, as we're just building up to into it. But it's actually Thrylos to drop before the break.
New York,
yep, and for everyone else in the lobby. Everyone else in the lobby, though, it's going to be Gamba time in just a moment here, as we see who can hold through that burst into 1/4 cut. In just a moment. And there it is.
Here we go.
Everyone holding no, Simple Gear's going to break right after it. And that's
now,
still a score lead in the favor of NorCal, but King Baxter's going to trade. Simple Gear breaking once again, but Yoni on the 700 combo on that easy mod. We'll see if that multiplier is going to be enough to hold NorCal through.
Oh. And as New York City collapses, it's just the combo lead skyrocketing with Yoni's recovery 800 combo. Just managing to close out the map for NorCal here.
Yeah, and it's just a collapse at the end for NorCal. Incredibly unfortunate to see as everyone breaks, and Yoni on that easy. Going to be finding some weird breaks at the end with the cursor shaking. But that is nearly 300,000 score and a 6-0, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah,
win for New. Okay, yeah, okay. UI just doing a little bit of lying there, but yes, that will be a 6-0 sweep in the favor of NorCal B. Incredibly dominant performance.
And yeah, just Yoni being able to put up such a decent score on this easy, like you mentioned, this free mod 2 incredibly hard on the easy mod. Good job, Yoni.
Yep. Very impressive score on the easy on that map. And of course, congratulations to the rest of the team. NorCal for winning. They will be moving on to the quarterfinals next week, or perhaps this coming week, we should say, to face off against Florida B. So that is going to be an exciting matchup for sure.
Oh, yeah.
As for NorCal C, they will be moving on to the lower bracket to face, I believe it was Hawaii A. If we can get a moment.
I'm not entirely sure who
New
New York City is playing.
No clue.
Yes, they will be facing off against Hawaii A to determine who then faces the winner of NorCal C versus Connecticut B. But I believe that will be all for tonight. We do have another match in 20 hours or so tomorrow afternoon. That's going to be Mississippi A against Nebraska A. The last match for the round of 16. That is going to be a Major League match as well. So make sure to tune in if you want to catch that. You can find the exact time on the sheet, but it is 21 UTC. Figure it out for your own time zone. Any last words from my co-casters?
Just good luck New York City and good luck on North California. Pretty much.
Bye, guys.
Yep.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
$2.